My name is Leora Morris.
Great, thanks, Leora.
Can I ditch this?
Yes, you can ditch that. Thank you, sir. I don't know where I just put my pen somewhere. No, that wasn't. But there, I got another one. No, that's yours. No, that's yours. Oh, I have another one. Okay. So what are you doing for us today, Leora?
My first piece is from a play called Heads by John Dory. And the second is from a Dave Harley play called Taking Liberties.
Cool. Great. Take it back whenever you're ready.
Cool. I don't need him. I'm going to be a pediatric allergist, remember? A doctor? People are going to marry me for money. I am giving him to you. Take him. Get a divorce in 2 years. Settle for practically nothing. 60 million. And the house. Come on. Don't kid me, ladies. We are born in America. We are middle class down to our anklets and attributes. We started learning this stuff with our Barbie dolls. Don't give me any of that traditional roles bullshit. I mean, 50% of American marriages end up in divorce anyway, and you know what is given as chief cause? Financial problems, no kidding. And you are doing him a disservice? He is pining away out there. He sits with his back to the cafeteria wall drinking black coffee and wishing he wasn't alone. I mean, come on. You aren't hardened cases or something. You can't tell a book by its cover and all that. He's bright. He's a gentleman. Joni says he practically threw himself over a puddle so she wouldn't get wet. I grant you, he's short, shy, and myopic, but listen, he is a man among men. What he can do for you, Superman can't do. And by way of comparison, how hot is anything else we've gotten mixed up with? Your fiancé, Margaret? Ugh, how many Dons and Bloody Marys have we shared while you agonize? I will. I won't. I will. I can't. I love him. We don't have the same interests. Oh, he's cute. Come on. Face it. Prince Charming hasn't showed up.
Nice work. Really nice.
And now for my prop.
Wow.
Yeah, it's intense.
Business.
I overheard you talking with the principal yesterday, and I heard him suggest that you teach another book. That there were other books by Lawrence that you could teach that wouldn't cause such a stink. And then today in class you said that you were going to teach the other book, that it was better to do so. And I know the pressure everyone's putting on you and your family, and I know the principal stopped sticking up for you, but Mr. Bales, you can't do this. You can't stop now, not after being on the news, not after being yelled at for so long. Listen to this, okay? It's the first couple of lines from the book. The river flowed both ways. The current moved from north to south, but the wind usually came from the south, rippling the bronze-green water in the opposite direction. This apparently impossible contradiction made apparent and possible still fascinated her. I mean, I think about you and you leaving off teaching this book, which you say will be so good for us to read, and I think about my grandfather and what he did, and I can't help thinking that the opening of this book is so appropriate, that the river does flow both ways. I mean, for us, it's flowing forward, and these books are going to be accepted. But it's also flowing backwards because the writers of all those short letters who want the book banned are pulling us that way too. And isn't it weird that I can read this book and see nothing but beauty, but when somebody else reads it out loud, it sounds like filth. And it's weird, I can feel old and young and really convinced of things and confused and really stupid, and at the same time, I feel smarter than all of them put together. This apparently impossible contradiction made apparent and possible. She knew. How did she know? You can't teach any other book, Mr. Bales. It has to be this one. It just has to be.
Really nice work.
Great. Thank you. Thanks, Leora.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
My pleasure.